Today I'm sharing how to turn a basic corner cabinet into something more modern looking with a ton of character. This can be done on any basic cabinet, bookshelf, open shelving, etc. It's easy to do and it's renter friendly. I'm also sharing my go-to water-based stain color, how to give any boring cabinet a warm wood character, and my favorite tool that works like an extra set of hands when working with long or heavy material. Hi, I'm Denise from Salvaged Inspirations. Welcome back to my furniture painting DIY channel. Let's get started. Here's my bathroom corner cabinet that I'm starting with. I painted it in Valspar's semi-sweet. I still like the color. The paint has held up awesome. But it's been a few years. I wanted to change. I thought maybe something that looks a little more updated. So I went online looking for fluted panels and they are costly. I did not want to pay that amount of money to update this cabinet. I might as well buy a whole new one. So I came up with a DIY, really inexpensive alternative. And just wait till you hear at the end of this video how much this all costs. I headed to HD and found these fluted pine boards selling for $13.95. There were other fluted ones selling for $20 and something cents, but me being so thrifty, I went for the less expensive. I also picked up some Command adhesives, but they weren't even needed. And you'll see why in a bit. If you're a renter, this is extremely renter friendly, which is a bonus as well. I came home and cleared off all the shelves. Then using a measuring tape, I measured the height of each shelf. These shelves are fixed, so I measured each back section separately to find out what size the fluted board needed to be cut to. Each section was 9.5 inches, except the top shelf, which was slightly higher at 11 inches. I brought the 3 boards down to my workshop and started cutting. I measured the 9.5 inches onto the back of the board. Then using my triangle carpenter's square, I drew the line and used my miter saw to make the cut. And remember, always cut to the right-hand side of your pencil line, because if you cut right on the line or on the left-hand side of the line, you're not going to get an accurate measurement. This is because the thickness of the blade always has to come into consideration. And even those few millimeters can make a big difference. So once I got into the groove of this, it was just rinse and repeat. I would measure, draw my line, cut. Measure, draw my line, cut. Once I got into the groove, it didn't take long at all. And one of the reasons is because I'm using this handy adjustable roller stand. This is a lifesaver when working with long, awkward pieces of wood. So one end of the wood rests on my miter saw, and this roller stand holds up the other side of this 8-foot board. So it's like an extra pair of hands. It's easily adjustable, so the board can sit level regardless of what height of surface you're working on. And it does roll, so the wood moves super easy. And it also folds up and tucks away when you're not using it, and it barely takes up any floor footprint whatsoever. It tucks in the corner so nicely. I believe this one goes for around $30, $40 online. You can also get a set of 2, which usually runs in the $80 mark. But I will leave the link in the description box below if you want to go take a peek. And let me know if you're enjoying these tips. I know that when I'm on YouTube and I'm watching other DIYers and they come up with something that I have not heard of or maybe have not used, and then I see them using it, I love it. So let me know if you're enjoying these extra little tips, because it will be beneficial to know what's resonating with you for future YouTube videos. Once I had all my boards cut to size, I brought them into my paint room and it was time for some stain. Oh, and I nearly forgot to record this part, but before I stained, I took a 220 sanding pad and really just gently sanded the edges down so they were nice and smooth. So Old Man Winter isn't going anywhere yet. It is still frigid cold here. So I didn't want to use a stain that has any fumes or requires ventilation. Instead, I picked my favorite water-based stain color. And this is a water-based voodoo gel stain in the color Charred Hickory. It's a dark, rich brown with a hint of charred wood, and I have to say it's my new favorite stain color. You may remember I used it on the top of this Gateleg table makeover and also these wood nightstands. And on both makeovers, I loved it so much. It's very easy to use. I squeezed a little bit into a plastic cup. Then using my continuous water mister, I sprayed the boards, and using a super inexpensive chip brush, I dipped the brush into the stain and painted it onto the cup boards. So it's really easy to apply. It is buildable as well. I really like the look of one coat, but you can always choose to go darker and apply a second coat once your first coat has dried. Once the boards had all dried up, it was time to install the fluted boards into the shelf. And these boards fit together really nicely, so the installation was super simple to do. I actually thought I was going to need that 3M adhesive on the back to keep them in place, but because they fit together so nicely, they are not going anywhere. In fact, some of them were so tight and cut to size that I needed a hammer to actually hammer them in. It did take a little bit of paint off because they were so snug, so a little bit of paint touch-up is needed. But I really like that this cabinet can be changed up in the future. I do want to say that if you find your boards are moving around, if you trim nails or double-sided tape or the 3M adhesive command stickies will hold them in place. And again, the best part is you can just as easily remove these backboards if you're a renter. Or possibly like me, you might want to change the look again in a few years. So this is a super simple solution for the back of any sort of cabinet, bookshelf, etc. I will say if you're doing a paneled feature wall or a large area, you do need contractors adhesive, nails, and the whole shebang, and that's for safety reasons. So just as a reminder, here's the before. And here's the after. And I think this shelf looks so warm and inviting now. It really warms up my whole entire bathroom, and it's a totally new look, which I'm loving. The grand total, $45. Thank you for watching and being here today and sharing my bathroom corner cabinet makeover with me. I'm thrilled with the way it looks. I love it. And I hope you do as well. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you'd ever try this on one of your pieces. Feel free to like and subscribe here on YouTube. You can hit that notification bell so you get notified with every new makeover we do. And until next project, have a fabulous week. Bye, guys.